Whoa! You're tough. I'll see you tonight. Nice to see you again. I'll see you tonight.
Where the fuck's he go?
What?
A man hangs suspended in the middle of a prison yard, both shoulders nearly ripped from their sockets, skin burnt raw, rain hammering straight into his face. The entire prison stands and watches. Not one man moves to intervene, but he doesn't open his mouth to beg, doesn't make a single sound. How does an ordinary American end up in a place like this? Kyle LeBlanc came to Russia for work, Magnitogorsk, alongside his wife. A quiet life, until a man named Sergio Kovic attacked and murdered her.
Militia, can you speak English? Can you hear me?
By the time he came back, it was already too late. The killer had been caught, but in Russia, that doesn't mean justice actually gets served. The evidence was airtight, but the Russian court had been bought. Kovic walked free right in front of Kyle's face. Kyle wasn't having it. He walked straight into that courtroom and put a bullet in Kovic in front of everyone. One shot standing in for an entire justice system that had already failed. The price? Life in a Russian hard labor prison, a place where even dying requires permission. His first day in, a guard caught him hiding his wife's photo under his clothes, beat him bloody, then ripped the wedding ring right off his finger. He had no idea who he just picked a fight with. The prison is run by General Khrushchev, not just a warden, but the owner of a private gladiator ring. He runs death matches between inmates for entertainment and betting money. In this living hell, the only fellow countryman Kyle befriends is Billy Cooper. 21 years old, a kid with nothing but fear. Every day, beaten, violated, treated like he's less than human. Kyle looks at Billy and sees a piece of himself. The part that still believes in something right, inside a place where nothing right exists. With the guard's blessing, Valia enters Billy's cell, tortures him, beats him within an inch of his life. In his final breath, he grabs Kyle's hand and manages just one sentence. Don't let anyone turn you into a monster. Then Billy was gone, 21 years old, dead in a prison on the other side of the world. Nobody even knew his name. Unable to take the brutality of this hell any longer, Kyle tries every way he can think of to end it, to escape the only way left. It doesn't work. Fate, it seems, had decided he had to keep going. From that moment, Kyle was no longer the same man. He started training like a madman. Sun, rain, day, night, it didn't matter. Because he understood, in a place like this, only the strong survive. Slowly, he forgot Billy's last words. Khrushchev forces him into the death matches. First fight, Kyle kills his opponent, brutal and efficient. Not because he wanted to, because only one man gets to walk off that floor. Second fight, third fight, more blood on his hands. Billy's warning drifting further away. Kyle was becoming exactly what Billy begged him never to become. Khrushchev looks at Kyle like a prize racehorse that prints money. The more he kills, the bigger the crowd bets. But then Kyle hits his limit. He refuses the next fight, not out of fear, because he remembered Billy. That image changes everything. Russian mafia inmates, rival gangs, men who'd been tearing each other apart just to breathe. They all stand there watching one man dare to say no to the rules of this place. For the first time in that prison's history, every single one of them refuses to fight when Khrushchev gives the order. Who do you think pulls Kyle out of this hell? A powerful inmate known as 451, real name Lawrence Taylor. He shares a cell block with Kyle. He shows him a secret tunnel running through the prison wall, straight out to the parking lot. The two of them work out a plan to break free, to get out, and to settle the score with Valia for what he did to Billy. Kyle decides to fight Valia one last time. When Valia starts losing, he pulls a knife, dead set on finishing Kyle right there. But in the swing, Valia accidentally stabs a Russian mob boss standing nearby. The entire balance of power in the prison shatters with one misdirected blade. Then he finishes the man who destroyed Billy. Right on schedule, a guard escorts Kyle to the garage, exactly where he and 451 had arranged it. 451 moves first. Fast. The guard never sees it coming. Kyle takes control and makes the man feel everything he put Kyle through since day one. He takes back his wedding ring, the one that was ripped off his hand the very first day. But 451 tells Kyle to go ahead without him. He's staying behind. One more thing to take care of, Khrushchev. Kyle slides the ring back on his finger, starts the engine, and drives out of hell. Behind him, 451 keeps his word. He walks into Khrushchev's room. He ends it. No more fights. No more matches. Ever. Kyle comes home to America with his wedding ring on his finger, living proof of a system rotten to its core. He doesn't need to say much. Just show the press what was happening inside Khrushchev's prison. 3 months later, that hell is shut down for good. What makes in hell stick with you isn't the fights. It's the question, when the system betrays you, when you're thrown into the darkest place imaginable, how long before you become the very thing you hate? Kyle almost lost himself completely, but the last words of a 21-year-old kid pulled him back from the edge. In Hell isn't a masterpiece, but it's real. I give it a 7 out of 10. What was your favorite action film from that era? Drop it in the comments. Love the classics? Subscribe. New recap every week.